Yes, it was a group called the Santa Ana Neighborhood Organization, and I've just been on the council for 2 or 3 weeks, but I've been reading in the newspaper about this group, and basically they were a major group in Santa Ana that was attempting to establish neighborhood organizations within Santa Ana. So there might be 7 or 8 different neighborhoods. There would be 7 or 8 different neighborhood organizations, and so suddenly I found myself getting an invitation by a priest from the Catholic Church, who not only was he a priest, he was a Jesuit priest. And so I said, yeah, sure, so I attended the luncheon. There were 2 Catholic priests. The only time I'd ever seen a Catholic priest before was in Mass. And here I am having lunch with a Catholic priest. I was, quite surprised and feeling actually quite honored. But knowing that they were Jesuits, I knew that probably they were very clever people, very politically astute. And so it later turns out that these are Saul Alinsky trained Jesuit priests. Saul Alinsky is a group that trains people in community activism. So they start asking me all these innocent questions, supposedly innocent, but they're really doing the sociogram of who does Al know? Oh, we know people who are in that group. We can influence Al this way. What other groups are you involved in? Oh, I'm involved in that group. And they're thinking, oh, so I see where this is going. So I just suddenly clam up, and, well, I really don't know all that many people because I really wasn't that involved. He says, well, we're having a meeting of SANO, all of SANO, in about 2 weeks. We'd like to ask you to attend. Would you be able to? I'm a councilman. It's my duty and my pleasure to attend. So I said yes. So 3 days before the meeting, I get a call from the police department advising me not to go because their police intelligence has informed them that there may be a person trying to either plant a bomb to kill me or physically assault me at the meeting. And so I was told, asked not to go. And I said, if this is the way this is all going to start, this is just going to be going sideways for me. I'm going to attend. And so they said, well, we'd like to be there then to offer you protection. I said, fine. So I attended the meeting, and there's about maybe 120, 130 people at the SANO group. And I'm introduced as a city councilman who would like to say what my plans are for the city. So I did. I give them all these lofty and not so lofty discussions of what my plans are. I've only been a city councilman for 3 weeks, so I'm not yet that, how can I say, smooth, in my delivery. So after I'm done with my delivery, he says, we have some questions. I says, yes. And I'm astounded when I'm immediately verbally attacked. Says, you are no good. You are the same as everybody else. You're part of these corrupt politicians. All you're thinking about is re-election, filling your pockets, blah, 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 blah. And we're going to do everything we can to defeat you. I says, God, I've only been in office for 3 weeks. I haven't had a chance to be bad yet, even, and I'm being attacked. Says, we're going to go to your house. We're going to picket it. We're going to go to your place of employment. We're going to picket it. We're going to go to all the places that you are associated, and we're going to picket. We're going to let people know, that you're no good because you don't want to support this particular project. They didn't want this 9-story building to be built in their neighborhood, and I said, well, as long as it meets, the codes and blah, and planning commission, it's environmentally sound. I didn't see a problem. It says, you're no good, and we're going to do everything we can to destroy you. I'm shocked. And so I'm looking around the neighborhood, people, some of them are my neighbors and friends, they're shocked. And so I said to the audience, I said, I got elected so that I could do what I thought was right. And if in your heart you think it's right to vilify me, to go to my place of employment, to try to destroy my reputation, my credibility, then I encourage you to do so. I encourage you to do what you think is right. I don't think it's right. And if all of you people here in SANO think it's right to behave in that way, then I encourage you to follow your feelings. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that that you feel that way. And so I left. I got a call that night that after the group left, there was a lot of dissension, a lot of arguments that the Jesuit priests lambasted the people attacking me and said to them, "You made Al Serrato a martyr. You know, you attacked him unfairly. You could have won him over to your side. You could have made him an ally, but instead you created a confrontation with him, and then he, rather than fighting the confrontation, like a person, like a martyr being taken, you know, to be burned at the stake, you know, he said, I will be burned at the stake for my beliefs, you know, but that's who I am, and you were the ones who were holding the fire. You turned out to be the bad guys in front of the entire neighborhoods. You have to change your tactics."